Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. Okay, so I want to get into a lesson starting off in Isaiah, the 13th chapter and the 14th verse. So Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson to the elect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get straight to it. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road. That's right. During the time of Jacob's trouble, we know there's going to be people out here like hunted gazelles. Okay, continuing on. And as a sheep that no man taketh up. That's right, man. We know there's going to be people out here completely confounded, man. Okay, not knowing which way to turn, not knowing who to call on, not knowing what to do, man. Okay, but we know the scripture goes into it in Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6 about how wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. And who are the ones that's going to have that? The elective nation of Israel. Okay, continuing on. They shall every man turn to his own people. That's right. So we know that every nation will be with their own nation. Okay, during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, continuing on. And flee everyone into his own land. That's right. And we have seen how a lot of people, a lot of heathens came over here to America, which is Babylon the Great, became very rich over here and went back to where they're from. But during the time of Jacob's trouble, we know there's going to be a lot more people that's going to want to leave and go back to their land, seeing how bad it's going to become over here. But we know there's going to be a lot of individuals that's going to be stuck over here in America, which is Babylon the Great, during the time of Jacob's trouble. And we know that they're going to get destroyed with this place, man. Okay? So I'll continue on. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. That's right. It says everyone that is found shall be thrust through. So we know, man, it's going to be people that's going to be captured and they're going to get destroyed, man. Okay, continuing on. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's right. And we understand that they're going to get destroyed, man. Okay, and we have seen how a lot of our people, you know, they're looking, you know, to join hand in hand with this damn devil. Okay, they're thinking that they're allies with our enemies, man. Okay, it's going to be a lot of our people that's going to be looking for Esau, Edom to help them out during the time of Jacob's trouble. The ones of you that might have grew up in the same neighborhoods, went to the same schools, worked the same jobs with these damn devils. Okay, that's going to be seeking refuge from them, and you're going to find out that these Edomites never had love for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, and they're going to put a lot of you to death, man. Okay, the scripture goes into it in Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 21 about how though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. Okay, so we understand the ones of you that want to be joint hand in hand with this damn devil, thinking that you're allies with this damn devil, thinking that you're friends with this devil, okay? You're going to get destroyed right along with him, man. Okay? Continuing on. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16. Their children also, Salakia, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. That's right. So we know, man, a lot of you people, you're going to see your sons and daughters get put to death right before you, man. Okay? And there's not going to be anything that you can do about it, man. Okay? Continuing on. Their houses shall be spoiled. That's right. It says their houses shall be spoiled. And we know what's going to be going on during the time of Jacob's trouble. We know that martial law will be declared. We understand that people are going to get their doors kicked in, okay? Getting their goods took. All right, it's going to get extremely bad. It's going to be worse than anything that we ever been through before, man. Okay, continuing on. And their wives ravished. That's right, it says, and their wives ravished. So we understand that it's going to be women that's going to get raped during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, we're constantly warning our people of the things to come. Okay, whether you hear or forbear. And when you look at a lot of these women out here, man, a lot of these women are extremely proud. Okay, a lot of these women heavily support feminism. Okay, a lot of these women speak up against their man. Okay, a lot of these women think that they can do it on their own, man. Okay, but we know, man, a lot of these women are going to get raped during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll get what else I had. All right, I'll get this in Daniel, the 12th chapter, and I'll start the first verse. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. And this is speaking about Michael the archangel. Okay, continuing on. The great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble And we understand that that time of trouble that it's speaking about is the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, continuing on. Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. That's right. So we understand that the time of Jacob's trouble is going to be worse than anything that we ever experienced before, man. It's going to be worse than any captivity that we ever been in. Okay, it's going to be worse than slavery. Okay, that's how bad it's going to come out here during the time of Jacob's trouble. So I read this again. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. And who are the ones that's going to be delivered? The elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, continuing on. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. That's right. And we understand that the elect will be found written in the book of life. Okay, so we know that the elect will be protected and ultimately delivered up out of this place when the Lord returns with the innumerable amount of angels and the chariots with him. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get what else I had. Okay, I'm going to get this in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, and I'm going to start at the first verse. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and I'm going to start at the first verse, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. And who are the Lord's people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, so we understand who the Lord's people are. So let me read this from the top again. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. So we know that the Lord's people are the Israelites. So who are the ones that speaking in the ears of the Lord's people? The prophets. Okay, I'll continue on. The words of prophecy. That's right, it says the words of prophecy. Okay, and we understand that the prophets are doing that, man. Okay, speaking in the ears of the Lord's people, the words of prophecy. Okay, continuing on. Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. That's right, so this shows you that we're not speaking our own words. We're speaking the words of the Lord. Okay, continuing on. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 2. It calls them to be written in paper, and we know that this is speaking about the scriptures. Okay, continuing on. For they are faithful and true. That's right, we understand that these scriptures are faithful and true. Okay, we understand that everything that's written, all these prophecies will come to pass, man. Okay, continuing on. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's right. So we don't supposed to let these scoffers or these unbelievers trouble us, man. Okay. The scripture goes into it in Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Okay. We understand that it's going to be individuals that won't believe, man. But that's not going to stop these prophecies from coming to pass just because you don't believe. These prophecies will come to pass whether you believe or not, man. Okay, but we have to warn you, though. We have to warn you whether you hear from that. We have to get the blood off our hands, or we're going to be held accountable for the deaths of the wicked of our people if we don't warn you, man. Okay, so I'll continue on. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's right. And we understand that 2/3 of our people are unfaithful. Okay, so we know that they're going to die in their unfaithfulness, man. We always go into it about in Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. We know that 2/3 of our people will be cut off here in America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, so I'll continue on. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So we understand that it's the Lord that's bringing these plagues upon this place, man. Okay, continuing on. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's right. So we know it's the Lord that's bringing all these plagues upon this place. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. I went into it earlier, you know, about the time of Jacob's trouble and how it's going to be worse than anything that we ever experienced before, pursuant to Daniel, the 12th chapter and the 1st verse. Okay, and we know that it's the Lord that's bringing these plagues upon this place, man. Okay, but we know that it's going to intensify. It's going to escalate. It's going to be a lot more bloodshed than what you see right now, man. But we know that the elect of the nation of Israel will be protected and ultimately delivered up out of this place, man. Okay, so with that said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the elect, and I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash, Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.